Ladies and gentlemen, today is the middle of September and the year is 2025. And I have been before you picking up cases of VVIP racism, which are cases of absolute injustice. For years, in fact decades now. And every time you have been with me, you have supported me, and you have believed in me. In the past, and I want to remind you of some instances in the past today, deliberately, so that you join hands with me once again. Because this kind of evil, where the rich people can kill the middle class people, and the super rich people can kill the poor people, with their multi-crore cars, with their VVIP attitude, with their attitude of entitlement, with their feeling that in this country there are only two hierarchies, of the possessed and dispossessed, of the rich and the poor, and of those who can take advantage of the law and those who will be crushed by it. This feeling must change in this country, and there needs to be a revolution against this kind of thinking, ladies and gentlemen. And therefore, I want to remind you of all the moments in the last 15, 20 years when you have been with me. In 2012, you were with me when I covered how Vittal Radadia allegedly threatened a toll booth plaza employee by brandishing a gun in 2012 when he was a Congress legislator. You were with me when I covered how Varnika Kundu was stalked in the middle of the night on the streets of Chandigarh by the son of a BJP politician. That was 2017. You were with me. You were with me when in 5th July 2018, we raised our voice against a Karnataka minister caught on camera assaulting a traffic cop. And the visuals are there, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to remember you were with me, and I need your help now once again. On 19th of May 2024, you were with me when I had to shred apart the Pune Porsche case, where I directly took on Ajit Pawar, then part of the BJP-led government, when a VVIP brat killed two techies and was granted bail after writing a 300-word essay. You were with me then. You were with me on 18 July 2025 when I covered the Gandhinagar BMW hit-and-run case and took a stand on it, where an intoxicated driver struck a man on a scooty, killing him instantly. More recently, you were with me on 14th of March this year when I covered 23-year-old Rakshit Chaurasia's case from Vadodara, who rammed his car into bikes in Vadodara, killing a woman and injuring four, and then shouting like a madman, another round, because he wanted more alcohol to drink, this brat. And today, when this man, a deputy secretary in the Union Ministry of Finance, traveling on a motorcycle with his wife, is hit by a speeding BMW, I need you to be with me, because it is not about statistics of XYZ people that are mowed down every year on our roads. This 57-year-old man who was killed by a speeding BMW, Navjot Singh, lying on the road there motionless, was posted as a deputy secretary in our country's Department of Economic Affairs under the Finance Ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it today, but some things never change in our country, whether it is the BJP, Congress, or any party in power. And you know what does not change? That even today, it takes nothing to snuff out the life of a common man, for an Aam Aadmi to die and for justice to be denied. In 1999, Delhi businessman Sanjeev Nanda mowed down 6 people, including 3 constables, with a speeding BMW. I was a reporter then. And I remember covering that along with so many other people. That drunk and reckless man, he fled the scene with friends because he came from a super rich family and they had the connections. It took nothing. You remember the Jessica Lal case, ladies and gentlemen, when Manu Sharma, the super rich son of a powerful politician, pulled the trigger on a model. Ask yourself if things really changed in our country. A country does not become a developed country, does not become Viksit Bharat by only becoming the 4th or 3rd largest GDP country. We must create an environment in our country where the life of a common citizen is protected. Otherwise, we will lose ourselves in the halo of GDP figures. Ladies and gentlemen, it took nothing at that time when Neelam Krishnamurthy and Shekhar Krishnamurthy's children, along with 57 other people, died in a preventable fire tragedy in the Upar cinema owned by the Ansal brothers. And the feeling among the Ansals was because they were connected in the media, because they were connected among politicians, they got away. And I am just so proud of Shekhar and Neelam for the fight they have had. But the bottom line is this, that it takes nothing in our country to kill a common man or the child of a common man and then cover it up with the force of money and power and influence and sheer influence, ladies and gentlemen, the sheer arrogance of having the whole system work for you. And that is the saddest thing in our country. Many things are changing, many things are improving. There is less minority appeasement now, and that is good. But what about the appeasement of the rich? You say we won't appease a religious community. That is good for being members of a religious community. What about the appeasement of the super rich? What about the influence of the super rich? What about the phone calls which happened then and which happen now? And I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that in our country, in the Pune Porsche case, it became so bad that blood samples of the mother were used to replace those of the 17-year-old driver involved in the Pune Porsche case. It was just a complete cover-up. And Maharashtra is ruled by the BJP. In 2024, Mihir Shah, the 24-year-old son of a politician from the Shiv Sena, drove a BMW while intoxicated, hitting a two-wheeler in Mumbai. So what really has changed? In our country, no big change happens without channelizing public anger. I want to remind you today, you were with me when I channelized public anger in the Nirbhaya case. At that point of time, I said that we need a criminal law amendment to be passed. Rahul Gandhi remained in hiding for 2 weeks at that point of time, but I want you to remember these pictures today and know that if there is anything I want to say to you tonight, the citizen should not be crushed. But the citizen is crushed all the time. But I still have hope because it took a mass public uprising on the streets of Kolkata for Abhaya's culprits to be held accountable for their disgusting act. So Nirbhaya, ladies and gentlemen, I think 2012, Abhaya, ladies and gentlemen, 2024, 2025, there is public anger in our country. But we are always told, let it be. Let it be, don't get involved. And I'm saying to you tonight, don't let it be. Get involved. And never assume that it's because some other citizen being crushed today, it may not be you or someone you love tomorrow. Let's not let it be. Let's get involved. Let's change things.